So this guy, his name's Eric, and Eric has finally met the love of his life. This woman, Sam. And they hit it off and they get engaged, and finally, one day, they get married. They get married on the beach, it's nice weather, the wedding seems to go pretty well, everyone has a good time. And at the end of the night, they get in one of those street-legal golf carts, and their brother-in-law drives them back to their room. So they're driving in this golf cart, up the road, back to the room, and suddenly, bam! A speeding car comes out of nowhere, slamming into the back of the cart. And it flips it several times, and it just destroys the cart. And Eric and Sam and brother-in-law are messed up real bad. So paramedics show up, and they take Eric and brother-in-law to the hospital. But unfortunately, Sam doesn't make it. Now, the driver of the car that hit them is this woman, who we'll call Speedy. Speedy was driving drunk, so they throw her in jail, and here's her mugshot. Meanwhile, Eric, he's all messed up. He's got a brain injury, he's got a bunch of broken bones, not to mention he lost his wife on their wedding day. Now, eventually, he recovers, and he gets back on his feet, and he immediately files a wrongful death lawsuit against Speedy and some of the bars she was drinking at that night. But here's where the story gets weird. Eric's mother-in-law, Sam's mom, who we'll just call mother-in-law allegedly sees that Eric is suing these places, and she gets upset that Eric is working on these lawsuits without her. So Eric, who seems like a nice guy, he makes her a formal offer. Like, okay, if I win any money from this lawsuit, I'll give you 50%. But mother-in-law is not happy with this offer. She says it's vague, the way it's written is unclear, she's worried she won't actually get her fair share of the money. Regardless, Eric moves forward with the lawsuit. And months after the golf cart accident, Eric finally reaches a settlement with some of the bars and the insurance company. We don't know how much they agreed to pay him, but it's speculated to be in the millions. Now, by law in South Carolina, where this happens, when someone dies, their spouse controls the estate by default. So Eric now controls all this money he's getting in the settlement. But on the day they're supposed to have a hearing to approve this settlement, mother-in-law files a motion to intervene, and she tries to contest the validity of her daughter and Eric's marriage. You know, the wedding we all just saw, the wedding of which there are a million photos online. She's arguing that marriage is not legit, and she allegedly wants Eric removed as representative of Sam's estate. I'm guessing she doesn't want him controlling all that settlement money. It sounds like she wants to control it. Yikes. Meanwhile, Speedy, to this day, is still in jail, waiting on her trial. Womp womp. Shout out to South Carolina.